when a life on the road makes it difficult to call anywhere home.
2 properties in London and Paris could be the answer.
That's if you don't ask for the world.
I absolutely hate this one.
Hate it?
Yeah, I really, really hate it. It is a no-no for me.
Really?
For a few reasons. We have had another idea.
Now, that's just completely spun me out, I'm afraid.
Paul and Andrew Foster-Williams lead a jet-setting lifestyle. Andrew is a professional opera singer, and his performances take the guys all over the world.
Home at the moment is Barcelona, and then, as of next week, home will be Strasbourg, and then after that, home will be New York or whatever.
But until recently, a life on the road has meant a life apart, which led them to a big decision.
We decided that at this stage in Andrew's career, it was best for us to sacrifice an income and to have the benefits of actually just being together.
Paul is taking time out to pursue his writing ambition, and he hopes that this will free him up to travel with Andrew.
Over the last 7 years, Paul and Andrew have renovated 2 properties. Firstly in Leeds and then in Eastbourne, making them money, but ultimately each home just gathered dust.
I think we do miss not having, even if it's a tiny postage stamp base, just somewhere we can say, well, that is home.
So they think they've come up with a perfect answer.
It is important to have a UK base and a European base, simply because of the nature of this job.
So that's the plan. Let's just hope they haven't got too used to their transient lifestyle. With 2 major opera houses, Paris is an ideal place for Andrew to be based for work.
And in London, another classical music centre, Andrew can be near his singing teacher and the boys can be near their friends. Both cities are easily accessible and good places to invest.
I think very much Paris will be our main home. That will be the place that we want to get back to mostly. I think London will be a very, very practical place. Who wouldn't want to live in Paris, really?
Yeah, who wouldn't want to live in Paris?
These guys are tricky characters to pin down. The easiest place to get hold of them, the airport.
Well, how are we going to know what they look like?
Oh, well, Andrew fell off the stage and hurt his leg, so he's a hop-along.
OK, so the limping man.
The limping man.
Watch out for a limping man.
Who vaguely looks as if he recognises you and then runs in the other direction. That's the one we're looking for. Aha! It's a dead giveaway.
Nice to meet you.
Paul and Andrew are on a flying visit back from Barcelona, where Andrew's currently performing. So we've got to make the most of the few hours that they're around.
We're constantly on the road. 95% of the work is all around Europe.
Where is home? Where do you base
I was going to say, we
yourself?
don't actually have a home at the moment.
Do you enjoy it, this very fluid lifestyle?
I think we're trying to train ourselves to enjoy it. It is so high pressured, and it's so all over the place. We decided to say, either we enjoy this or we don't do it.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
You do, in a sense, need a more of a metropolitan life where everyone is as transient as you are.
Absolutely.
So with that in mind, we're heading into metropolitan London. The nearest Phil might get to culture is his morning yoghurt, but I love a bit of culture, so what better way to get an insight into Andrew's life than the home of the English National Opera, the London Coliseum.
Wow. That is something else, isn't it?
Isn't it the most extraordinary theatre?
So, before the end of this year or the beginning of next year, you're going to be standing on that stage and singing?
I am, yes. I'm going to be singing the bass solos in the King Arthur production that they have here.
God.
And it'll be my house debut.
I can't imagine getting up every day, knowing you're going to go on a huge stage like that in front of a vast audience like this, and not having a base or a home.
It is quite stressful.
You sold your house in Eastbourne at the end of last year. Is that what you're using to finance this purchase or these purchases?
Yes, the idea, I think, is possibly to buy this first property in Paris outright.
Yeah.
And then refinance that to purchase the place in London.
I think that's a very good idea because the transit nature of your work and short-term contracts would make it difficult to get a conventional mortgage. You buy a property with cash and then you use that solid investment as a leverage to borrow money for a second property. It makes perfect sense.
I'm pleased they're being so sensible. It gives me hope for their search. But from what I can see, this life-changing move is all about Andrew. I'm wondering what's in it for Paul.
For many years I've wanted to write. I've never got around to because something else has always intervened.
Yeah.
And hopefully once this is sorted out, it will allow me to concentrate on something for me as well.
Fantastic. We'd better get it right.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Paul sounds like a hard man to please, and since Andrew or Paul have never looked at Paris apartments before, this could be an eye-opening search to say the least. So, I've got my stickies. What area are we looking at?
The epicentre of our search
Yeah.
is here, or around here.
The Bastille.
Paris is divided into 20 districts, each numbered and spiralling out from the centre, beginning with the first in the heart of the capital and therefore the most expensive.
Paul and Andrew want to be in the 11th district, Bastille, where the new opera house is. But they also like the neighbouring arty district of the 3rd and 4th, known as the Marais.
They basically pinpointed the Parisian equivalent of Covent Garden. While more residential, these are still hugely popular areas and prices are likely to reflect that. Let's hope they're less fussy about the actual property.
What is the type of property you're after?
Well, it has to be a period property.
I mean, I think the kind of typical Parisian apartment is so prevalent. It's difficult to find something
that
else.
isn't a typical Parisian apartment.
And the other element is the location within the building.
Yes.
And from what we can see, Andrew needs to practice, and
Yes.
we don't want neighbours that hate us.
No, it is better to be on the top.
Yeah.
So that you can have open windows and you might even be able to have a terrace or stand outside, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly, that would be
in
wonderful.
nice weather.
That would be fantastic. If you could
Yeah.
find us that,
Yeah.
I'd marry you.
We need something like that would be a clever trick. That's quite a precise list of requirements. I hope these two aren't going to be trouble.
In France, Paul and Andrew want a traditional one-bed apartment near the Bastille Opera House and preferably on the top floor.
In London, they want a practical one-bed flat close to the centre and with easy access to the capital's opera houses.
Both properties must have superb rental potential for when they're out of town.
Paul and Andrew are funding this double life from the sale of their last home. For their Parisian pied-à-terre, they want to spend £170,000.
And £150,000 for their pad in London, which gives them a total relocation fund of £320,000.
For the time being, Paul and Andrew are throwing money down the drain on hotels, so we need to cross the channel tout de suite to find them their main home in Paris.
It's good they're focused on location, but they want to buy in some of the priciest parts. If they want anything half decent for their euros, we've got some serious ground to cover. And that means both of us on the case.
Well, if I can stay away from the shops, you can stay away from the cafes.
You're the one with the coffee in your hand. Listen
This
to
is
you.
on the move, and that's what we've
True.
got to stay this week.
Now I know why you've come along, because you want to whip these boys into shape.
They do need some firm handling.
They do, and you're just the girl for it.
Paul and Andrew Foster Williams want to buy homes in London and Paris.
These are two of the most expensive cities in Europe. But if we get it right, we could really transform their lives.
Until recently, Paris was a city where people rented rather than bought their homes. But the buying bug has crossed the channel, and Parisians are wising up to property as a good investment.
Paul and Andrew have got 170 grand to spend on a Parisian apartment and have set their hearts on a place in the Bastille area of the 11th district.
Only a few metro stops from the centre. It's incredibly well located and houses the Bastille Opera House. So for these guys, it's perfect.
Well, it's all right if you've got bags of euros. This area's seen property prices go up by 20% in the past year. That's the highest rise in central Paris.
With such a buoyant market, time is of the essence. So it's nous allons avec moi, s'il vous plaît.
We're going to stay in the 11th.
Yes. Yeah, that's where all the shops are. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But they are all in the 11th. I mean,
They
it's
are
the
all-
most
this is
popular
the problem,
area.
It's the most popular area. It's like
Most
it's kind of-
expensive area.
It's like a combination of South Kensington in London and Tribeca in New York.
We're going to split up or stick together?
No, Scooby-Doo, we're going to stick together.
Just because you don't speak French.
No, just because you don't speak French.
Bad French is better than no French, I say. Paul and Andrew's request for the top floor means we're limited to looking at, say, 1 in 6 apartments in any one building. But despite this, I think we've come up with some cracking options.
We're starting off with an apartment in their #1 location, just 1 metro stop away from Bastille. Les Rue Rollin is a hip and happening area, popular with artists and actors. Plus the property's off the main boulevard, so it's in the heart of it all without the noise factor.
Well, the first one's right here in the 11th arrondissement. Kirstie's had me practising that word. The Bastille is only minutes away, so it really is right in the preferred patch.
Completely.
The catch is it's on the 6th floor. And there's no lift.
It is a long walk.
You wanted to live up high?
Yes.
Race you to the top, Andrew.
In our eyes, this property ticks all the French boxes. A typically Parisian 1-bedroom top-floor apartment. The layout could really work for Paul and Andrew. This open-plan kitchen diner is one of the biggest we've seen in Paris and could also be a good place for Paul to write.
There's a lot to be said for hiking up all those stairs. Being at the top means it's bright, sunny, and Andrew can sing to the birds, not the neighbours.
At 193,000, it's over their budget, but it's a good yardstick. And with our hot negotiating skills, I'm convinced we could do a deal.
In we come. Interesting fact about Paris house hunting #1.
Go ahead.
You two gentlemen are what? 6 foot?
Yeah.
We wish. No.
Oh, in London, the square footage, or in the UK, the square footage of a flat is along the floor, wall to wall. Here, if the square footage is below 1.8 metres in height, and that's nearly 6 foot, you can't calculate it within the overall square footage of the flat. So essentially, if you can't stand up in it, you're not paying for it. So here you gain over a foot.
Sure.
Wouldn't you like that, Phil?
Yeah, I would.
Now, it has a concierge, a guardian downstairs. If you had someone renting it from the opera community, the keys are left with the concierge.
That's a
they
very
come
good-
here, they
very
pick up
good
the keys.
Very, very useful.
That is a very good thing.
Yeah.
It has a feel to it. Oh, you did well.
So far, so far.
So far, so good.
There as well.
See where my French has got us, Kirstie?
Now, this is the sitting room. It is not big.
It's compact.
There is no point pretending that it's big.
There is good storage through the flat, but it needs to be in the right environment for you to be able to write, doesn't it?
Sure.
Would this be inspiring enough?
Well, I can imagine the kitchen being quite a
Yeah,
good place
I mean,
to write,
yes.
actually.
I
It's
mean,
very, very light and
That's-
very open.
Yeah.
That is my concern about the flat, is there aren't that many rooms,
No.
and when possibly there are 2 of us working at home.
Yeah. Finding a flat in which 2 people can work from home is really very, very difficult.
Especially on their budget in Paris. For their money, this is actually a good-sized apartment.
Does it have sufficient amounts of charm and character for you?
Yes, I think it does, actually. I'm quite surprised.
You both seem quite positive.
I am quite encouraged by it, yes.
So, Paul, what do you think of this?
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Very Saint-Tropez, isn't it?
Very Saint-Tropez, and it makes it so private.
Now, I'm quite tricky to please,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you're much easier to please than me.
No.
But but I was quite taken with this flat.
No, I do love it. It's got so many things going for it. It's light, it's quiet, you've got that green overlooking on the green. I also do think it would be a great apartment to let out when we're not here as
Yes.
well.
If I was renting a flat in Paris for 6 weeks, I'd really want to feel that I was in the thick of things.
Sure.
And I think you really feel that here.
You're not wrong, Kirstie, and it's hardly surprising this place is being viewed all the time. If Paul and Andrew are really interested, they need to act quickly before it gets snapped up.
Seemed to go well. First viewing.
Everything's great about it apart from one thing.
Go on, hit us with it.
Because of the layout, because of the way the kitchen's so huge,
Yeah.
it means that A, there are only 2 other living areas and they're quite small. And because we're living in Paris, a lot of people will want to come and visit us.
Yeah.
And it's going to make it quite difficult to put them anywhere. The other thing is it's over our budget.
And that does have a knock-on effect, possibly, on what happens for the next property.
You'll be losing your cash deposit in London.
Well, should we go on and look at something a little bit cheaper whilst keeping the quality of the area?
Yes, that sounds good.
He's got away with the words, hasn't he?
Our next property is still in the 11th, and within singing distance of Bastille, the area of Oberkampf is fast outgrowing its working-class roots and is full of life.
The apartment's on the top floor again, and Paul and Andrew will welcome the fact it actually has a lift, even if it is like a shoe cupboard.
Well done, you two. Out you come.
It's lucky you're small.
It is. It says 3 people in there. I'm not sure about that.
I don't know what type of people.
It's nice to have a lift.
It is. We mustn't grumble. It's very nice to have a lift.
Absolutely.
Now, just before you go in, I've got to tell you the most important thing about this flat.
Go on.
It's cheap. This one-bedroom apartment has 4 rooms, just like the previous property, so we're expecting space may still be an issue. However, what it lacks in space, it makes up for in price. And at $141,000, it's hugely under budget, leaving them more money for their London flat.
It's also got that typically Parisian feel Paul and Andrew are after, from the old French-style kitchen to the beautiful view of Paris. And for the location and charm you get, this would be a shrewd investment.
Andrew, you'll see this definitely has the rickety, garrety feel.
Sure. It's more bohemian.
Again, you've got the kitchen diner.
Yeah,
not
that's good.
Not as big as previously, but listen, it's nearly €100,000 cheaper.
Yes. Well, maybe this is a good compromise, a good size, really. I mean, the other one was fantastic.
Yes.
But maybe that took away space from elsewhere in the flat. I've yet to see the rest of this, of course.
I love your optimism, Andrew. I think that's really touching.
We'll see.
It's touching, but it's not realistic. They just can't get endless amounts of square footage in such a good location.
There's a bookshop, there's a cafe right next door.
Yeah.
We're 5 minutes walk from the Bastille and only about a minute from the metro.
Yeah.
So
It's a very good location, but the size of it is concerning me. It feels very pokey to me.
yeah, it's €205,000. It's in the right spot. It's cheap, but it's not big.
That's the thing I'm trying to work out in my mind, whether it's just too small and whether it's just worth spending that extra amount of money to get more space, really.
Of course, there's always the option of spending the same and being further out. I know location is critical to the guys, but there has to be a compromise somewhere.
There is a bohemian charm about it. And if you weren't
It's
going
scruffy
to...
and pokey, if that's what
No.
you mean. If it was only for you working in Paris and you were on your own, it would be absolutely fine. But 2 of us couldn't be in this space for very long at all.
Andrew seems to be willing to give this place a chance, but Phil, your gut instincts were right. Paul is the tricky one.
I absolutely hate this flat.
Hate it?
Yeah, I really, really hate it.
OK, well, that's it. End of story.
Yeah.
So one of them hates it, one of them loves it. It's all going well.
You just like a good argument. You're a rotten old drama queen, Phil Spencer.
I love it.
First it was price, now it's space. We really need to help these guys understand that we can't get them a huge flat in a prime location on their £170,000 budget.
If we're going to get them more space, we have to push their boundaries a few metro stops away to Rue de Boulay, where we found them a whole extra room.
It's a sign of the times in Paris that even here prices reflect the fierce competition. Our next property's over budget at £189,000, but there could be room to negotiate, and for the space they want, this place could be perfect.
So still in the 11th here, but
Yeah.
on the edge of it, a bit further out. We've got quite an interesting flat.
Up there.
Oh, there. OK.
Yeah.
This 5th floor 2-bedroom apartment has a very flexible layout. It's currently arranged with 2 reception rooms and 1 bedroom, so plenty of space for Paul and Andrew to work and have guests to stay.
It has an incredibly romantic feel to it, which comes from all the original features and a typically French balcony window. I can't wait to see their reaction.
We are in the 11th, but we're on the edge of it.
Further
Yes.
out, yeah.
So we're a bit further out, we get a little bit more for your money.
A whole extra room, in fact. And the great thing is that there's scope to play around with the layout. I want to show Paul and Andrew how this place could really work for them. And since I need all the help I can get, I've got a property selling trick up my sleeve, hiding the best room till last.
Oh, you set this bit up last, didn't you? You're a tinker, Kirstie, also. You are a tinker.
Oh, there's a method. There is a method to showing property, OK?
You're a cunning little vixen.
I'm not an estate agent, but I like a property to, you know, be shown in its best advantage.
Sure.
This is charming.
This
It's
is very
charming.
lovely.
Yeah. It has potential. It's the biggest flat that we've seen.
There isn't a square inch that isn't used.
You're going to just scream and probably strangle me in
Yeah.
a minute. I love this flat very much, And I wish this flat was where the first flat was.
If I had a pound. If I had a pound for every time someone had said that to me.
That's what I'm thinking, because the area's fine around here, but the area around the first flat was really nice. I really felt at home there. I felt like I could just move in and be very happy there.
These two would try the patience of a saint, and I'm certainly not that. Yes, the flat was in a great area, but it was over budget. They've got to start seeing sense soon, or they'll be living out of suitcases forever.
Our fourth and final apartment is in Montaguy in the Marais, one of the oldest and most fashionable spots in Paris. It oozes Parisian chic. It's in an area they said they liked, but since these two are becoming fussier and fussier, a coffee and a croissant might just help butter them up.
It is really beautiful, isn't it? And you couldn't get more stereotypical as to what you'd imagine.
No, but I'll just say one thing. This, beautiful, quaint, Parisian as it is, doesn't come cheap.
Right.
So, you know, at the end of the day, if you're going to have a cafe like this around the corner, somewhere along the lines, you pay for it.
Sure.
But after their reaction, I don't think they'll be disappointed with our next viewing. The property's tucked away down a cobbled street just off the lively shopping strip, so they couldn't be more central. And it's something so special, we just couldn't resist showing them.
This is the oldest flat that we're seeing. Right. This building was built at some point in the 17th century, so 16-something, which makes it nearly 400 years old.
It comes with history, it comes with charm and character.
So peaceful. For the
Very peaceful.
Complete middle of Paris, you can believe it.
So
Like a little oasis,
Isn't it?
Well, it's another 5 flights of stairs, but totally worth the climb. This little gem sits in the rooftops and has been lovingly renovated with plenty of character.
This one's the big spender. It's on the market for £217,000, so it would be almost 50 grand over budget, making less money available for their flat in London. But as a long-term investment, it could really work out for them.
Gosh,
Sweet.
it is very sweet. Wasn't what I was expecting at all.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know what I was
at all.
expecting.
It's not huge, but it's interesting. It's got the charm.
Is that what you say to all the girls, Phil?
She's good, isn't she?
It's a lazy flat. It doesn't need anything doing to it. You could move in here. Because of the way it's laid out, it's actually got a lot of space.
Kirstie's right. From the study area in the eaves to the very contemporary mezzanine level, every inch of space has been cleverly used up to create a dreamy pied-à-terre.
I really, really, really like it. All I'm trying to struggle with in my mind at the moment is, because it's a great location, it's a lovely flat, it's got a lovely atmosphere, I love the colours in here, I love the light in here, everything. In my mind at the moment, it feels like a romantic retreat.
Yep.
Rather than somewhere to live in.
Unbelievable. They seem to be dismissing this flat because it's too romantic. Isn't that what Paris is all about?
I think from an investment point of view, this would rent out like a shop forever.
Andrew seems okay, but I'm beginning to wonder if Paul will ever find a home in Paris that he's happy with.
We always have to go through this process, don't we? It's painful every time.
We're helping opera singer Andrew and his partner Paul swap their life on the road for homes in 2 of Europe's most exciting capital cities, Paris and London.
In Paris, we're working with a budget of £170,000 and have already viewed 4 properties. But despite initial enthusiasm, Paul and Andrew have found fault with each one.
I absolutely hate this flat.
Hate it?
Yeah, I really, really hate it.
So things are not looking good.
We are slightly running out of time in that the market's chasing us the whole way here.
Sure.
Properties are going whilst we've been looking at them. What would you like to do now?
We want to go back to property number 1.
We can get on the phone and arrange a viewing back at the first property. Time is of the essence.
He loves saying that.
When they first saw this apartment, Paul and Andrew were worried about the amount of space and the fact that it was over budget. So I'm surprised, but very happy that they want to go back for a second viewing.
I'm really pleased to be back here because in my mind, this easily has the best combination of everything they're looking for. So it's a good decision. Hope they still like it. Does this flat have enough of the character for you?
Oh, yeah, it's a lovely flat. It has a...
Yeah, it does have the character.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have an enormous amount of features to it.
I can't help noticing that second time round, Paul and Andrew seem far from enthusiastic.
It feels, to me, great to be back here, but you two seem a little bit calmer, a bit more reserved.
I think we're just knackered, really, and trying to take in the last 3 or 4 properties and trying to weigh everything up, and being back here and trying to weigh everything up that you've told us, it's kind of quite tiring.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
It's emotional, flat hunting.
You guys do need to be confident in the decision that you take and feel you've got all the answers, you've seen enough property, you've considered everything.
Of course. I think the problem is that because it is such a big decision, probably the biggest decision we've made, much more so than other property that we've bought, because we are buying in a different country.
Yeah, it's a
and
huge
everything
thing.
else that implies.
And maybe it's a good thing that we're not being totally emotional about it.
Yeah,
because
I think that's the
because
other
maybe
thing.
this move, because we've had 2 moves where we've been emotional about houses and it kind of hasn't worked for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why the 3rd time we're thinking 3rd time lucky, and we should be a little bit more.
It has been a long few days, and you are faced with a big decision, and one that you've absolutely got to get right. Let's remove ourselves from here, go and sit somewhere, get Kirstie a coffee, and we'll talk it through and decide what to do.
I think what I'm beginning to realise, can't speak for Paul, is that when you're looking at a flat, which is a much smaller space than any other place that we've looked at for a home before.
The houses in England.
Exactly. You realise that maybe actually you're not going to feel as passionate about it.
So how are we going to leave it today?
Well, I think we just need to go away, be by ourselves a little bit and just talk about them a lot more. And as you say, just walk around, get a feeling of the area.
Can we leave in the hope that we've found the right flat? You need some time to think about it, to adjust to the area and make a more happy decision.
It's a very, very, very strong contender.
Fine.
So the Bastille flat is still in with a chance of becoming Paul and Andrew's Parisian home. But a few weeks later, it's a bolt out of the blue when we hear it's a no.
Seeing what we saw, seeing what the market was offering us with you two, we've had to really, really radically rethink everything and think that actually maybe it would be better for us to have a tiny pied-à-terre in Paris and reduce our budget in Paris rather than increase it. Are you all right? Are you still standing up?
I'm still standing.
Basically something that we'd only use when we were working there and that we could let out easily to other singers.
So you'd spend less time in Paris and more time in London?
Well, we have had another idea, but you're just going to scream at this. We were thinking about looking in Barcelona for I don't even want to say this to you. I'm terrified.
OK. Now, that's just completely spun me out, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
The secret of efficient house hunting is to be clear about what you want before you go looking for it. They obviously weren't, and guess who's picking up the pieces?
But it doesn't stop there. Paul and Andrew changed their minds a further 4 times, going from Barcelona to Valencia to Lewes on the south coast of England to Brighton, before finally coming full circle to London 12 months later.
They both decided to ditch the 2-centre idea and have settled on one crash pad in the capital. Their year-long voyage has brought us to Crystal Palace in south-east London in the borough of Bromley. With the extension of the East London line, it has excellent transport links and is fast becoming an area of regeneration with lots of investment potential.
And it's about time these guys started looking to the future, as the whole time they're out of the market, they're losing money. I really need to get these boys together and get to the bottom of where we go from here.
I don't want to knock Crystal Palace, but it is going to be hard to manage your expectations when you've been looking in Paris and Barcelona.
Well, we're considering London,
Yeah.
and Crystal Palace seems to be a place that we
yeah.
possibly could consider.
Yeah.
We've come to a decision that actually it would be quite good to locate back in the UK for a while. For the time being, we're now homing in on one property, consolidating, and then...
I think given your track record, guys, the word consolidation is one that I'm going to grip onto like a life raft. So what are you expecting from a property in Crystal Palace? I'm bracing myself for this one.
It has to be quite a versatile property in the sense that when we're at home,
Yeah.
we're at home 24 hours a day. When we're away, of course, we're constantly away. When we're at home, we're there 24 hours a day, and we both work from home.
Yeah.
So that means that there needs to be some distance between us.
What are your feelings about having been out of the property market for so long?
Makes us feel uneasy, that's for sure.
You're right to be worried about being out of the market. It's not a good idea. So we have to rectify that situation.
Well, also our rented house, they have tenants coming in within the next couple of months.
Right.
So we go to New York and then we come back and we're technically homeless. So.
Right, okay.
It's a long way from Paris, but Crystal Palace is an area on the up, with lots of young professionals priced out of the more expensive parts of London investing here in a mixture of post-war and Victorian housing.
This influx has created a demand for cafes and bars, giving the area the buzz Paul and Andrew are after.
Now, 2010, there's going to be a train which would take you up to Highbury and Islington.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, no. And
That's great.
Infrastructure changes of that kind do have a huge impact on prices.
And our social life.
Yeah, absolutely. But how do you feel about the area, the feel of it?
I think it's fantastic. I think it's definitely got some cafes.
Yeah?
And it has good buzz about it as well, actually, and I think there's room for even more improvement still,
Yes,
actually.
no,
I think it
there
seems
is.
to be constantly evolving.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
Investing in the one property means they can pour all their money and focus into the same pot. So they've upped their London budget to £275,000. They're looking for a 2-bed period house with a garden. But even in Crystal Palace we're going to struggle. They need a reality check.
Kirstie, I know you're a hard task mistress, but I wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now.
Well, it has been a challenging search, but I do think I've managed to find 3 properties that will give them some of what they're looking for.
First up is a spacious property on the edge of the Crystal Palace Triangle in Central Hill. Situated on a main road, it's a 2-minute walk to all the shops, bars and cafes Paul and Andrew are so keen to be near.
Boys, you've got to follow me just for the first few minutes and trust my instincts,
We
okay?
always trust your instincts, Kirstie.
Yeah.
We trust you implicitly.
Yes, but it's your instincts I'm worried about. This roomy 3-bedroom period flat is on the market at £259,000, but I know the vendor will accept an offer just below £250,000, thus avoiding stamp duty and coming in well under budget.
Now this
What a lovely room.
Yeah.
is a fantastic room.
Gorgeous.
Nice features as well.
Anyone who could paint it this colour should be imprisoned for cruelty to rooms.
So in a dining room, maybe.
Yeah, it's hugely light, it's got this enormous window and it doesn't...
You're not overlooked either.
You're not overlooked in any way.
This property may not have the garden thereafter, but it does have a private balcony, offering them some outside space where Andrew could sing to his heart's content.
First impressions?
First impressions are, I mean, the room's fantastic. The height of the room's really good.
There is no share of the garden or anything.
I suppose it's a communal
No, it's not. No, it is
that is it.
that balcony is it. But
Okay.
you can sit out on the balcony,
Yeah.
and the good thing is because it has a French window, you can be in this space and get some sense of the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were on that balcony singing, no one would know or care.
Yeah. That's not a problem.
Paul and Andrew's budget won't buy them a private garden, but in this property it will buy them a lot of square footage, allowing them both to work from home.
It's big. The square footage is good. It's got the parking. It's in a peaceful location. It just hasn't been loved enough. When things change and you know exactly what you want to do, in 3 years' time you could sell it for a really good profit.
It's a good rental. It's near this station as well.
It's very good rental.
I think my concern about that is being a flat,
Yeah.
there is no possibilities of extending it,
Extending
it. No.
expanding it. I'm just thinking in terms of if you were to buy a little house, for instance,
Yeah.
just
You could-
below
you could-
stamp duty.
You can maybe go in the loft.
You
can
can go
maybe
into the
extend
loft,
in the
you
garden.
can do things that easily get over that threshold.
If there was a little house which was on at that level
Sure.
where you could get it over that threshold, I would have been showing it to you.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to keep a civil tongue in my head, but these two are really pushing me to my limits. But before I get a chance to give them a piece of my mind, Paul's already thrown in the towel.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of positive things to this flat, but it is a no-no for me. The road is a very busy road.
It's a very busy road, yeah. Original.
Take a deep breath, Kirstie. These boys are the very definition of fussy. They want to be right in the thick of it, but they don't want any noise.
Onwards.
So I'm hoping the next property should please even this difficult duo. It's located in the conservation area of Fox Hill, Crystal Palace's most prestigious address. Peaceful, yet still near the hub of it all. With such a sought-after location, this property definitely won't be on the books for long.
Right, here we are, Fox Hill,
Yeah.
which is the address in Crystal Palace. And it's not the weather, so let's get in.
Andrew should feel really at home here. This quirky 1850s house was originally built for the organist of St Paul's Cathedral. It's since been converted into 2 flats, and we're looking at the upper one, so no one to disturb above. It's on at £280,000, but I've got a feeling there's a deal to be done. At the moment, the main reception room is being used as a master bedroom, but I want to show these two what an amazing living area it would make.
Now, this room is immensely cluttered.
It is.
Yeah.
It would be your sitting room.
I was about to say, it feels very strange as a bedroom.
Yeah, it's very strange as a bedroom.
Beautiful floorboards.
Yeah,
Fantastic
gorgeous. Look at the
floorboards, lovely ceiling height, fantastic views.
Yeah.
As well as the view, it also has the luxury of a huge shared garden. And as the neighbours aren't very green-fingered, Paul and Andrew could try and make it their own and add value to the property.
So the really, really good thing about this flat is the garden is yours for the taking. If you want to take an interest in it, if you want to plant things, if you want to look after it, no one's going to object.
But can you have your own private piece, or would you have to go to a lawyer?
You can have a 25 by 100-foot piece,
Gosh, that's quite a lot, actually.
but it's quite narrow.
Quite like my own private space, though.
Paul is dreaming if he thinks he's going to get a private garden on his budget in this part of London. I'm hoping when he sees the spacious layout of this flat, he'll realise that it's a compromise worth making.
Now, as you come up here, you really get a feeling of being in a house because you've got this very generous staircase.
Yeah, sure.
There's a lot of stairs, actually.
Yeah. Now, up here, you've got 2 bedrooms, bathroom, and then a kitchen sitting room.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh.
This is going to be so far above our budget. I just know I can hear it coming. I'm just waiting for it.
No, it's not.
Allsopp, spill the beans.
Well, it's on the market at 280,000, but I've reason to believe they might accept something nearer 270.
Right.
And it's a great investment in a great area, and yes, it does need some work doing to it, but a lot of it's more cosmetic than it might seem.
It's true this place could benefit from some modernisation, but a new kitchen and bathroom might push its value up to, say, 320. If I were Paul and Andrew, I would jump at this opportunity.
There are 2 ways to buy a flat. One is to see a lifestyle, like we did a couple of times in Paris, and to fall for it. To fall for the decor, to fall for the look of it. The other way to buy a flat is to see something which is in the right area, it's got lots of square footage, it's a good investment, has enormous potential, and to think, I can grasp this thorn
Yeah.
and I can make it into a rose.
Sure.
Kirstie, you go, girl. You're selling this flat well.
The guys want to make a list of the work they think needs to be done to get a better idea of renovation costs.
New kitchen.
Yes. Those kind of boiler vents.
But as usual, Paul's nitpicking.
I'm slightly more interested than you are.
No, that's not true. I do like the flat. I'm just a bit. My mind's going round and round thinking about the amount of work and stuff like that. So I just need to just have more time to think about that, really.
I don't think we're going to sell Paul on any flat. Andrew rather likes this one. I certainly like it. It's a very, very strong flat. But I think he'll need to look literally for another 6 months before he really realises what his budget will buy him.
I've shown Andrew and Paul 2 properties in southeast London, but they're not quite right, so I'm pushing their boundaries into Sydenham, just northeast of Crystal Palace. It may be more greasy spoon than cafe latte, but I predict it's on the up, making it a fantastic area to invest in. At £270,000, this ideal 3-bedroom Victorian maisonette is the most stylish and spacious of all the properties we've seen. Now all I've got to do is persuade them to give Sydenham a go, but it's not going to be a bed of roses.
Now, I know that it is easier to get a camel through the eye of the needle than it is to persuade you two that Sydenham is a good idea.
We hate Sydenham.
We hate it.
I can tell from the expression on your faces, but Sydenham looks to go up by 50% in the next 5 years.
Yeah, and we'd have to make it more secure because with it being a bottom flat, then security is important if we're away a lot, of course.
Yes, but I've lived in 2 basement flats in my life, and I think they're easier to secure than anything else.
Sure, they were never in Sydenham, though.
I am so tempted to throw in the towel, but I'm not going to give up. This property is big, bright, and offers Paul his own 70-foot private garden. What man can resist his own shed?
You've even got a little place I could write in the bottom of the garden.
Well, I mean, you know I write in my shed at the bottom of my
do you?
garden. I have a shed, yeah. It's best investment I ever made. I have a shed.
10 grand?
7 grand. At the end of my garden, it's added about 25 grand to the value of my flat.
With visions of himself writing at the bottom of the garden, is Paul finally seeing the light?
You're furious with me for bringing you to Sydenham.
I can never be furious with you, Kirstie.
No, but you do see it has exactly what you need.
I want these two to see what they'd be missing out on if they write off this area, so I'm taking a back seat to let it sink in.
This is a fantastic room. There's lots of room in here for everything you'd ever want from a kitchen diner.
I don't know, it's just whether I can get over it being in Sydenham, because I like the flat.
I love it. Maybe we should explore Sydenham a little bit.
But after looking round the area, Andrew and Paul decide once again that this property isn't good enough for them. So we meet up later to find out if the flat Andrew liked in Fox Hill is still in with a chance.
Do you think the flat that we went to see on Fox Hill is the one?
If the garden in Fox Hill had been 20th of the size of that one in Sydenham, but was private,
Yeah.
I think I would probably be very interested in actually saying we should buy it now.
I think we really are coming to some agreement here as to what would suit us very well, and I think this area will be it.
Are we nearing closure?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's been a long opera.
You're telling me.
Bingo! At last, Paul and Andrew have made a decision about where they want to live, haven't they?
Just as I was saying goodbye to the boys, Paul said, anyway, we might just go and rent in Rome for 6 months. I give up. Next time I tell Phil something is a lost cause, he better flaming well listen.
All right, no one likes a smart aleck.
Despite all our efforts, Paul and Andrew still can't decide on where they want to be. Until they've made up their minds, there really isn't much we can do.
It's 8 months since we last saw them and nearly 2 long years since we started their search. And I've got half an hour to catch a plane.
These two are still globe-trotting, so it hasn't been easy pinning them down. Reminds me of their property search.
First it was Paris, then Barcelona, then it became Valencia. And then we travelled along the south coast of England before coming full circle back to London. And where am I now? Moscow. I've got a rendezvous with Paul. I just hope he's not expecting me to rustle up an apartment here. My Russian's a bit rusty, but more to the point, I've forgotten my long johns and it's brass monkeys. Paul.
Hi, Phil.
How you doing?
Very good, how are you?
Very odd meeting you on a bridge in Moscow wearing a silly hat.
Why not? We've been everywhere else.
So how are things? Why Moscow?
Andrew's working here at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Going all right?
Yeah, it's going really well, really well.
And where's home? Is there a home? Have you bought anything?
No.
So I don't have to find a flat in Moscow?
No, it's far too expensive.
Well, I'm tempted to say few, but I'm worried they'll miss the boat altogether at this rate.
While Andrew's got 5 minutes free from rehearsals, I want to get them both together to make sure they haven't forgotten why they called us in the first place. It must be very hard for the two of you in your own relationship not to have a base.
Oh, it is. It's not great. Psychologically, it's not great, is it really?
No. The essential problem lies in two people who, due to their circumstance, have no need to be anywhere in particular, whilst at the same time having to be somewhere that's convenient to get to everywhere.
Well, that's as clear as mud.
From an investment point of view, you could have bought any flat that we showed you in any country, in any city.
Yeah.
During this period, it would have gone up. You would have made money. So perhaps it might have been an idea to just make a decision, buy something, rent it out, and at least you're on the market.
It just wasn't the right decision for us. It would have made sense, but sometimes just practical things are not the right things for you at that time, really.
Will there ever be a right time and place for these guys? You deserve a drink, Phil, but they definitely need a talking to.
I'm kind of concerned for you both, but you're actually behind where you were when we started.
We're aware of that.
We are financially, but there was no other way of doing it, really. I mean, I think that we've just needed to go through this process, and I don't think if we pushed ourselves, it wouldn't have been right at the time. So I think that actually, I don't regret it, although I regret the
Financial implications of it, yeah.
But something's got to be right. You need a home. You know, this has not gone well.
All I can say is every possible minute of our lives that we could dedicate to trying to resolve this, we have done that. And it has just taken this long due to the complexities of the situation. And therefore, that's the way it is.
But I mean, if we don't find a place and you want to make some money and you have a room in your house to rent out, then we'll be quite happy about that.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
You've got to cry, you know?
You've got a big house, Kirstie. Fancy a couple of lodgers by any chance?
Not on your Nelly. When you're looking for a home, the emotional stakes are high, and it's easy to let your heart rule your head. But you need to remember that property is a great investment. It's better to put your money into bricks and mortar than waste thousands on rent and indecision. And when you eventually find that dream home, you can sell up and use the profits as down payment.
Kirstie, it's me. I'm coming home. They wanted the world, and when they realised they couldn't get it, they ended up travelling around it instead. Yeah, I've told them Siberia's nice this time of year. They can keep it. At Portski.